Let's jump into one more thing off the top, and that is this. Speaking of content and material that we're all desperately waiting for and wanting to see, we've got this little movie called Black Widow that was supposed to be in theaters already. Of course, the new installment of the MCU. We've been waiting for this thing. The trailers look pretty good. Now, look, you guys know my position on this. I have never been all that interested in two standalone MCU films, Hawkeye or Black Widow. To me, they're tremendous characters in the MCU that work great as supporting characters. But I've never really been all that interested in seeing a Black Widow or a Hawkeye standalone thing. But we do have this Black Widow thing coming, and I got to admit, I haven't loved all the trailers, but overall, the trailers have been pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Of course, now it's not coming out until November. Well, it looks like there might be some people that get to see Black Widow like 3 months before the rest of us do. And that's NBA players. Now, if you're asking yourself, wait a minute, time out. Why would NBA players get to see Black Widow like 3 months before the rest of us? Here's what's going on, and I'll get to why I think this is actually really rather brilliant for both the NBA and for Disney. So here's what's going on. One of the repercussions, it's not just the movie industry that the whole COVID-19 thing has affected. Obviously, all the sports leagues as well have been tremendously impacted by this whole thing. So what's going on is that the NBA right now has plans to resume their series, their games, their season, starting, I believe, July 31st, but it's all going to be done at Disney World. And the resorts, they have facilities there. They're going to be able to play the games there, keep the players relatively isolated, all that kind of stuff. They're going to be able to play their season. Fantastic. Well, according to a reporter at Yahoo, Disney is going to go above and beyond to try to make the players feel really comfortable and like they're having a really good time. One of the things that they're going to be doing is making some attractions available to the NBA players and their families while they're there, including showing them films, Disney films that are not yet available, and they go out of their way, and the Yahoo reporter goes out of his way to mention that one of those specifically is Black Widow. Now listen, when you think about this for a minute, it's actually rather stunningly brilliant. It's stunningly brilliant for a couple of reasons. Number one, why not do something kind of nice for the NBA players? They all have to go there. This is for their jobs. They all got to go there. They got now. As far as prisons go, going to like Disney resorts is not a bad way to go, but still they got to go there. They got to be there the whole time, all that kind of nonsense. So it's kind of nice for them. But here's why it's brilliant for Disney. Because they've been sitting on this Black Widow movie now for a while. Again, we've talked about this earlier. Black Widow was supposed to be in theaters already. It's supposed to be in theaters already. Coming out in November. If they now can have, not film critics, whatever, but like NBA players, if they can show this movie to NBA players and then tell NBA players, hey, listen, if you like it, don't spoil anything, but if you like it, why don't you jump on your social media and tell people that you saw Black Widow and tell them that you liked it if you like it. Like, why don't you do that? Go ahead and do that. It's brilliant marketing. It doesn't, number one, it won't cost Disney anything to do this. Number two, there's nothing but upside. And number three, the advantage for us as viewers is this. You know, if the NBA players who are not movie critics, they don't give a crap. If the if the players don't like this movie, they're going to say they don't like the movie. How I think this benefits us as fans is that it's a pretty good show of confidence on Disney's part that they really believe in this movie if they're going to let a bunch of people they have no control over, famous people with massive social media following, who's going to be the first pro sports league outside of the UFC, but this is more of a league. The first pro sports league coming back. If they feel confident enough in this movie that they believe these players are going to like it, that they would show it to, because I believe me, if this was an Artemis Fowl situation where Disney knew the movie wasn't very good, they wouldn't be showing a movie like that to the NBA players for them to just trash. So I think to us, it suggests that they've got a lot of confidence in it. I think it's a nice little perk for the players. And I think it's brilliant free marketing for this movie. It seems like a win-win. Now, there are going to be some entitled fans that go, that's not fair. Why do they get to see it before us? Well, it's a special situation. It's a special circumstance. I think this is a great move. Question is, What do you guys think? Do you think this is a smart move on their part? Do you think it suggests that Disney is confident in the film, or maybe it doesn't mean it at all? Jump down into the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. All right, guys.